I'm a complete control freak. So I think the fact that you get to start with a blank page and it's yours at that point, whatever you put down. Yes, a million people will have a say through the process, but for a moment it's yours and you get to write what makes you feel like you're doing something worthy or fun or whatever reason it is you're doing it.
Can you tell us what 5 Bedrooms is about?
At the heart of it, what it's about is a group of people who haven't followed the well-followed path. Life hasn't gone the way we're all told it should go, and they find themselves at certain ages and life is a little bit of a mess, as it so happens, but we so rarely see in domestic dramas. So it's about these people finding each other and coming together to make their own version of a family, and one that's not, defined by any kind of relationship other than that they live together in a 5-bedroom house. So how they interact and how those relationships change, that's where the drama and comedy of the show comes from.
Heather, can I just have my phone back?
No.
What's this?
Well, she's infatuated with my dating app.
I'm just doing a final assessment of the local talent, as I would any other aspect of the surrounds.
We're not going to judge this house based on the abdominal definition of the
Well, it's looking pretty top tier. Sweet Jesus. We've got a live one, 20 metres away.
I'm going to do the final words, okay? Because you guys have all just really let me down.
Do you have a favourite character to write in the series?
Well, yes, absolutely. Manju, Harry's mum, played by Kumud Marani, who is just an absolute star. I love writing Manju. I feel like I was born to write Manju because I've had Manju in my head since the day I was born. All the aunties and family I've grown up around. And, many of my friends who have grown up around that character, but we don't often get to see her. So she absolutely is... if I get a Manju scene, I could go to town. Sometimes I write 7-page scenes and I need to cut them back.
But I hope you understand now that I do know about men.
Yes, thank you, Mum.
One thing I know is a man will not buy the cow if they can get the milk for free. Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God.
That is it.
So yes, Manju, but also Harry. Just writing for Harry is an absolute joy because he's such a... someone who you would assume is all well put together, but under the surface has a whole lot of identity crisis and confidence issues and self-esteem stuff going on that I can really relate to. So he always feels like when I write a Harry scene that kind of flows out of me as well.
Do not write that.
Can you talk us through your episode on season 2, which is, I think, episode 4?
We open knowing that through the episode we're going to be exploring Diwali, which is their Hindu festival of lights, which is so exciting. And, I've been kind of waiting from Ep 1, season 1 to write that episode. I won't give you
It's a long wait, yeah.
It's a long wait, and it was bloody worth it. But, look, we always talked about it, and this is what I love about the way we've done it. It's not something we shoehorn in. We haven't gone, there's an Indian character, let's have an Indian festival. Without giving too much away, it's kind of been set up in season 1 that Diwali's a bit of a milestone for Harry. So to actually see it unfold with all the, glory and horror that ensues in terms of his personal life, it's something we've been bracing for, and it was an absolute joy to write.
Is it going through your mind that for some Australians who are going to be watching this might be the first time they've even ever heard of Diwali, whereas on the other hand, for some other Australians, this is like incredible to see this cultural festival on mainstream commercial TV?
Yeah, look, all of that comes up. I think less about this will be the first time people see it, and more about, wow, people will feel seen. So people who celebrate this year in and year out, it'll be the first time maybe they see Diwali play out on Australian screens. So that's definitely there, which brings with it a whole bunch of gratitude and joy, but also a lot of pressure. But the way to combat it, and why it was such a joy to do it on this series, is that I had a really open dialogue with Michael and Christine the whole way. And I was very clear that I'm not going to intend to represent every single Hindu around the world with this festival. That's impossible to do. So I'll be really specific about how my family do it, which usually when I'm in Melbourne with mum and dad, it's literally just the three of us. We've extended it for story. We've brought in some extended family and of course our chosen family of the 5 bedrooms house. And in terms of rituals and how the festival plays out, I've kind of gone with my experience. And to see that through, Michael and Christine invited me onto set when those scenes were shooting, which was a great thing to do because it's all in the detail. It's all in that nuance and the detail. And it felt really real to me, which I hope means it'll feel real to people. And if not, they'll be able to see that it's just one version. But at least that version is coming from a place of truth.
What do you hope audiences will take away from your particular episode 4 of 5 Bedrooms?
So for Ep 4, like the rest of the series, it's life affirming. It's always about the heart. Like it's such a joy to write something that's so funny, and the comedy comes from characters because they're so deeply flawed but so wonderful. I am excited to see my family's reaction, my community's reaction to seeing Diwali on a mainstream channel. I'll be really excited to see what they all think and how they all respond. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of joy. I'm sure there'll be a bit of criticism. There'll be all the ups and downs that come with it, but I'm here for it. So yeah, really excited about that.